Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into the microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and I continue with Gothic Dark Mysteries. No, I think in this episode I'll conclude the storyline of the mod, so let's step into the portal leading to Uriziel's island. Okay, so let's go out into the open. This area isn't too big. It's comparable in size to the underworld, place of the Primevals. Only it's an open island. It's actually looking a lot more interesting to me, at least. The underground world always looked kind of weird to me, almost like they didn't know what to do with it. So they just settled on something entirely bizarre. Okay, let me get that piece of paper beforehand. Some of the combinations added by this mod are quite crazy. I think once again it's nearing 20 turns of the lockpick. Damn it. And the saddest thing is that at this point there's probably not even anything I need inside. Yeah, just some mediocre weapons. Okay, it seems to be some problems with the object collision. Now, this skin for the shadowbeast is actually quite cool. It's almost like this rocky camouflage. Damn it. Okay, I think I might be stuck. It's not definitely not looking great for me. So is this a different offer? I'm a little annoyed at the fact that I apparently didn't save. Okay, let's save to avoid making the same mistake twice. Anything around here? Damn it. I think there is a chest up there, but I'm not sure if I can get there from here. Yeah, there is a chest. Which again is probably going to contain nothing that I would need at this point, but I am contractually obligated by my OCD to open it. Okay, let me get that piece of paper. That wasn't so hard, but it also wasn't overly useful. But there was a cave entrance somewhere around here with one of those invisible guardians. I think it was somewhere around here. Oh, damn it. I guess it was nothing apart from that. Okay. And I think I'm closing in on one of the prime opportunities to actually use the Wrath of Innos. So let's equip it. Yeah, so you can actually reason with the dragon, and he tasks you with bringing back his egg. So basically, I found the egg in the cave near the swamp camp where the giant alligator was. Although it's interesting because in the dialogue, the dragon mentioned the Tower of Mists. So I'm wondering now if maybe it was changed. The location was changed during the development of the mod, and then they forgot to change the dialogue as well. Okay, let's save. And now, let's go around and gather all the orcs I can find. Okay, that didn't quite work. It's not going to be as easy as I thought, because casting the spell actually takes some time. Okay, this wouldn't work as I intended, because I wanted to kill them all with a single cast. That's better. And I still have like 4 uses of that. It seems the shamans are bugged, because they don't seem to be registering my presence. Okay, another... Oh, this one was just opened. Okay, let's use the healing crystal. And this over here is Uriziel's castle, but before I go in there, I want to clear out the rest of the island. It seems this one is impervious to damage, so I wonder if maybe I'll be able to take him down with the destroy undead spell. Yep. That might actually be better, because it's only a 5-point difference, but this one gives me a 10-point penalty to 200 weapons, whereas this one doesn't, so might as well use that. Damn it. It seems that this demon is impervious to damage as well. And perhaps I would assume I need some kind of a special weapon to defeat it. But I'm not quite sure what would that be. Well, there is a small encampment here. They don't seem to be particularly talkative. And I don't really remember what their purpose is. Well, I guess their purpose is just to try and kill me. So I'm going to return the favor. But first, I would like to heal. Okay, let's go back in. Apparently they... Oh, for a second I thought they don't particularly care about him, but maybe I was wrong.
Jeszcze pożałujesz!
Nie pożyjesz dość długo, żeby zdążyć tego pożałować.
Okay, that didn't quite work. I guess I'll take down the one with the bow first.
Jeszcze tego pożałujesz! Nie pożyjesz dość długo, żeby zdążyć tego...
Jeszcze pożałujesz!
pożyjesz dość długo, żeby zdążyć tego pożałować.
Tak po prostu zabić człowieka. Będziesz miał teraz niezłe kłopoty.
It seems most of them are a reference to someone. For example, Drov, or Drow, as you would say in English, is an obvious reference to Drist the Urden of the D&D fame, because he's even carrying a scimitar, which is Drist's famous weapon. I don't quite get who Som is referring to. But I also don't know what's the deal with Aver. But Uther and Arthas are both from Warcraft. Where is the other one? There should be one more, right? And that would be Arthas himself. Okay, I don't particularly care at this point. Dark armor. Interesting. Might be actually perhaps even a little better than what I have currently. But the problem is that my current armor also gives me a bonus to health, which is nothing to scoff at. Yeah, it is marginally better, at least against weapons and arrows, but I think I'll still stay with the one that gives the bonus to health. That would work best with the paladin armor, because it's definitely part of the set, but I am going to stay with my current armor, at least for now. There was a book about a 200 blocking that I wanted to read. I guess it did give me a bonus. Okay, actually, I might do some cooking. Oh, I guess this cooking pot doesn't work like that. It's only a decorative prop. That's a disappointment. Before I go and face Uriziel, there is still this small part here. Okay, I'm definitely not going to be able to wield that with my current amount of strength. But the Sight of Evil is a quite powerful amulet, but you can only wear it if you've chosen the path of Beliar, because if I try to equip it now as a follower of Innos, it's just straight up going to kill me. Yeah, only a servant of Beliar can use it. So that's at least some kind of a reward for choosing that path. Okay, and I think that's all that's to be found around here. Which finally leaves me ready to go into Uriziel's castle. Now there are quite a lot of treasures here. Not that I particularly need the gold, I mean the ore at this stage of the game. But from what I remember, there are also a couple of permanent potions here, so it's definitely worth it to rummage through the chests. Okay, I definitely need to write it down. Okay, that's just a useless weapon. maybe I'll have better luck with this one. No, just some gold. But at least it wasn't locked, so I guess I shouldn't complain. Okay, those are some permanent bonuses here, as well as some regular potions, which are definitely at least potentially useful. 234 mana, that's quite good. And some additional permanent bonuses. Okay, so let's go and deal with Uriziel. Although I'll just quickly run around the tower and see if there's anything else here. It doesn't look like it. So you can still betray the Primevals at this point, but it's actually a much less satisfying, less what's the word? It's the less developed ending. It explains less, and it's also there's also less content using this route, so I'm going to just stand by Innos.
Chyba go znalazłem. W innym, lepszym świecie.
Zabiłeś jednego z nas.
Now, unfortunately, as you can see, the quote-unquote final fight isn't really anything spectacular, and that's because
Jeszcze pożałujesz.
this game isn't really designed to handle things such as boss fights. Now, interestingly enough, this fight was actually substantially changed and developed in the newest version of the mod, which transforms it into more of a regular boss fight with its unique mechanics and unique. Actually, it transports you to a totally different map, and it's unlike anything you ever experience in Gothic. It's still wouldn't say it's difficult, but it's definitely a lot more interesting. But unfortunately, as I said, and a lot more unique, and overall a lot more fitting the final encounter. But unfortunately, as I said, the newest version of the mod doesn't have an English translation, but nonetheless, if you're interested, I will put a link into the description to the version of the fight from the newest version of the mod, so you can check it out yourself if you want. Now, before I use the crystal that I picked up, I want to loot his stuff. Okay. Well, that wasn't anything overly interesting, if you ask me, and there is still this chest over here. Okay, that's definitely an interesting ring. Oh. Man, I hope I... Damn it. I hope I saved after opening that box. Yeah, I did. Well, so I guess it's another item that you can only use if you follow Beliar. But this episode has been long enough, so I'm going to just heal. And end it here, and I will conclude the mods storyline in the next one. So that's all for this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.